This is Australia's fourth largest desert, straddling 3 states, the Northern Territory, Queensland and South Australia. Covers an area of about 176,000 square kilometres. This place is isolated, it's remote, it's arid and it's beautiful. It has the largest paralleled sand dune desert in the world, with over 1,100 dunes running north to south. Guys, this is remote, this is epic, this is the Simpson Desert. Well, morning guys, we've woken up here, Camp 2 here in the Simpson Desert, and the sunset last night was just, no words can describe it. So I've been waiting a while to get out here and experience this, and bloody hell, it was super amazing. Anyway, we had a cracking night last night around the campfire, and as you saw there, we had a butte lamb roast with some roast potatoes, went down a treat. Boys behind me are just finishing up, getting the last swag on the car. So let's get going. Whoa! Rightio, so we've made our way down the rig road and we're going to continue on the rig road. So you get to this intersection and you can head sort of further south on the rig road, or alternatively, the rig road kind of turns into what's called the WAA Line, and you can make your way up to the Knolls Track also, as you can see here on the sign. But yeah, look, we're going to continue on the rig road. It's a little further south. The driving is a little easier, so you can punch out, you'll do more Ks, but you can go a little faster, which makes it a little easier. And then we will eventually head back up north towards the French line and back into those higher sand dunes. So anyway, it's been a pretty good morning this morning. We've seen a whole bunch of camel prints, fairly fresh too, but haven't seen any camels, which is a bit of a bastard. Anyway, we've got a lot of Ks to do today. We've done about 40 this morning in the last 2 hours, so averaging about 20 Ks an hour at the moment. Well, welcome to the Simpson Desert, guys. Woohoo! Please cover me, buried in wonder, under the joy and Rightio guys, we're about halfway along the rig road, I think. Is it Lone Gum, Andy?
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Yeah, so we're halfway to Lone Gum. Been punching out, it's been pretty good down this way, and we've just pulled over to grab some lunch. Andy's got some ribs cooking. I think Maddie marinated. Did you marinate the...
Nah, mate, I bought them.
He bought them. Marinating ribs on the side of the road. The rig road. Right, let's have a look.
Rig road?
Andy just said maybe the rib road. He could be right. So I think that's going to be us here for lunch, guys. It's been fair income, just out of this world, epic scenery all the way down this rig road. Most people do that French line, but hey, if you are coming out here, far out, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, as I said, almost down to Lone Gum. We're going to punch out a pretty big day today to get the Birdsville by Wednesday. Today is Monday. No, today's Tuesday. Losing track of days out here.
Tree there. Trees.
gum, guys. I wonder why it gets its name. On the Rig Road, we're heading further north now, up towards the WAA Line, and then we'll head east, but just stopping here at Lone Gum. Pretty epic. Everything's epic about the Simo, the Simpson Desert. Can't get around that. So, and I don't think today we haven't had not one car that we've had come the other way. We've had a few cars that we've passed. I tell a lie, there was one single lady traveller in an old Hilux ute travelling on her own. She was parked up on the side of the road having lunch. I just could not believe it. Out here on her own, and we are in the middle of dead set bloody nowhere, and she's got the confidence to come out here on her own, so I think that's awesome. It's been a pretty awesome afternoon, and I bloody crashed the drone earlier today into the bloody flagpole, but we managed to fix it and put some new blades on. We're on the WAA line, and well, for the first time we've had to throw it in low range. Mick's in the captain's chair. We just flicked the drone up, and it's been, mate, how epic.
Oh, mate, it's been awesome.
Yeah, I know everything's epic, but far out. We're running on the golden hour here, and it's well, it's epic.
A few challenging dunes where we've had to send it.
Mick's had to send it, using the terminology. We look like pros, and I think I even caught on the drone there. Mick got stuck on one. I think you weren't in low
We're in high
range.
4, so we stuck it into low range and lock it into second. Gave it a few berries and got up. How's the Serenity?
Yeah. Every time we come to one of these peaks, I mean, I say it every time, like, how epic is it? And it is epic. It is just endless landscape, and it does look the same, sand dune after sand dune, but it is pretty amazing out here. Camp number 3 in the desert, in the Simpson. We've had a pretty long day today. We went down the Rig Road, as I kind of have already explained, and yeah, it was fantastic heading down there, and different type of landscape sort of running parallel with the dunes. Gives you a bit of a different experience than, say, just doing the French line, which is the straightest route from Mount Eyre to Birdsville, or Birdsville to Mount Eyre, but not as busy. We didn't see many people whatsoever. So that has been a fairly long day, a lot of corrugations, and we are all fairly knackered, but that's all part of the experience. So we've got ourselves camped up here in between two epic sand dunes. Who's complaining? I mean, have a look at this. The sounds of silence. Sun's setting and we've got the fire going thanks to Matt and Mick, and I think a couple of quiet beers. We're having a bit of dinner tonight. Matty's made up a what are you made up, Matt? Spag bowl. So we don't have to really cook, we're heating up. Doesn't get too much better than this, guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning for another epic day here in the Simpson Desert. Morning guys, day 4 in the Simpson. Had a fantastic night last night. Matty cooked up his spag bowl and we only had a couple of beers and had an early night so we could get away early this morning. A couple of big days. We may not make Birdsville today. We're just going to see how we travel. If not, we'll spend another night out here in the sand dunes, and who's going to complain about that, hey? You can't get the grin off our face. So, seen lots of dingo prints. Heard them howling this morning. Here we go. This is what it's all about. This is fun. How epic! I'm glad we're not coming up this one, going east to west. Good advice, Andy.
High 4, top gear, send it.
Low 4 got stuck. I sent it backwards. We've made our way up the Knolls and we've got now here to the intersection of Knolls and the French line. So we're now going to head east on the French line, and we're 40 kilometres from Popple Corner. So that'll probably take us a couple of hours. Been a fairly good run this morning. We've been on the road about probably 2.5, 3 hours, and how many Ks have we done there, Matty?
54.
What time we leave? 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. We've done about 55 Ks in about 2.5 hours. So we're averaging about, I don't know, 20, 25 Ks an hour, give or take. This part of the Knolls, it is a bit rocky, slow going, as you would have seen there with some of the footage. But prior to that, sand dune country was friggin' awesome. And now hopping on to, as I said, we're at the T-intersection of Knolls Track and the French Line. We'll head east, let's get up to Popple. That's going to take us to, then we'll jump up into the Northern Territory. The bloody boys are giving me stick, the bastards.
Got a bike coming through.
Here we go, I'll film the bike. We've got a motorbike coming through. I'm grabbing B-roll for Andy. It takes a bit of effort to get these shots, but I'm out of breath again. But that's okay. Takes a bit of effort to get these shots. I'm out of breath. Legends back here. So we're on the French Line, we're heading east. And there has been a bit of talk that, you know, the French Line is the quickest way to cross the Simpson Desert from Mount Eyre to Birdsville, 550 kilometres. So it is the most used track, and it does get a little bit of feedback online with you know, people dragging trailers and those sorts of things across here, which I don't think I'd recommend, but you can bring a camper trailer or a trailer. But you do hear comments that the track is kind of carved up, and we are seeing that for the first time here on the French Line. A lot of whoops and not washouts, but a lot of dips and whoops. And certainly, I don't know, I think the way that we have gone is a more enjoyable experience. You're getting a little bit of everything in terms of sand dune country and also open swale driving. I'll swing the camera, give you a bit of an idea of some of these whoops and divots. Anyway, it gives you guys a bit of an idea if you haven't been out here before, like us. We hadn't been out here before. Certainly not experts, but yeah, hopefully it's giving you a bit of useful information if you are going to get yourself out here, and I think you should.
How was it, Mick? Bit bouncy, mate.
Hate to say it.
French Line, boys.
Woo! Epic.